All right, I am back with another video, this time of the Fostech Echo AK. And this is not one of the guns that they said that it works in, although it kind of is. It says it works for an AK-63DS, which is the Century Hungarian underfolder AK-63. This is a Hungarian underfolder, but it is not made by Century. It's made by Interarms. So it's, I guess, a little different. But I got it to work finally. I had some hiccups, and I'll kind of go through that as we talk about this trigger system. So as you guys know, that I really wanted to have a binary in a 7.62x39 AK, and I got the Franklin one, and it wouldn't fit in my Vepr, it wouldn't fit in my Arsenal, and it wouldn't fit in this gun without some extensive modifications. Well, I have since had some things happen where I've had to get rid of a couple of my other guns. So I don't have that Arsenal and I don't have that Vepr anymore, but I still have this Hungarian. This is actually the first AK I've ever bought, so I'm keeping this one. I wanted to see if it would work in here. So the Franklin didn't work. I ended up putting it in my Sega. So I got the Fostech one in hopes that I could get it to work in here. And seeing that it's supposed to work for the AK-63DS, I thought surely they're close enough. Well, all right, well, let's talk about it. The AK-63, at least this one, which is made by Interarms, it's AKMS is what their model called. It's the Hungarian underfolder kit. Got a fighter brake on there. That's pretty much the only other thing I've done. And I did get it to install. Issues I had getting this thing to install were I broke off some screws. These, when they say in their installation video, don't over torque these, they mean that. They break. I broke off inside of there, so I had to call Fostech and get new screws and a new pin, because this would not seat down. Another issue I had with this one is this rivet right here. I'll get this pointer here. This rivet right here blocked that part of this, so I had to file out a recess for it so that it would sit flush. And I think I did an okay job on it. It looks like it fits there. It sits flush in here. So I'm not too worried about that. Again, with the pins broke, I had to call Fostech. It took a couple weeks for them to send me the 2 replacement screws and a replacement pin, that thing there. And then they also sent some more washers. So with this, I think this receiver might be just a hair narrower than spec maybe, or at least too narrow for the standard pin. And I wasn't wanting to file this down too much, although I may still end up doing it because right now I've got the extra washers they sent in here, and that seems to be holding this pretty tight. So yeah, so with this trigger you have safe all the way down, you have single, and then middle you have binary. This is what would be most like a traditional AK's selector switch, which I think is pretty cool because that's not how Franklin does it. Franklin's is safe, semi-binary. So I like this because this is more traditional. This safety lever is still not normal. You can see where my old one was and scratch the finish. Yeah, so install, other than the fact that it didn't really want to fit in this gun, is actually pretty simple if your gun is one of the ones that they say it works. And it's in their literature, so I'll let you all look that up. So, I got it in. Like I said, I used the extra washers here. I may still end up pulling those pins and grinding them down a little bit to make them sure I'm doing it right. But for now, this works enough to function test it to make sure I even want to keep this thing. Because until I shoot it, I really don't know. But yeah, so there it is. On the back side, you have your pins here, and they're still just a little bit loose. Like I said, I might be able to grind the these ends down a little bit just to give it a little less length to let those screws really get closer and hold this a little tighter in. So we'll see how it shoots and if it matters. The only other caveat, you can see it's got some scratches here and here, is when you close this underfolder, this part, it's really tight. And I got a picture I'll roll in. I mean, you can close it, but it doesn't lock. So again, jury's still out on this trigger. I mean, I'm trying to make a non-standard trigger work in a gun that wasn't really designed to have this type of deal. But so yeah, I'll show the function test, and then I'll do another video shortly later to show you how it works. I'll take it out to the range. All right, I'm gonna try a function test here. It's in safe. Pull the trigger, nothing. Go down to single. Goes to the disconnector. Left to binary. Fire. Fire. So it works. We're in binary. Fire. Go down to safe. Well, that would have helped to put it. Hold on. The left finger on the trigger. And go down to single, and it falls to the disconnector. So it works. All right, so now you've seen it installed, you've seen the function check, you've seen the couple obstacles I've had to go through. The next step is going to the range, which hopefully will be very soon. We'll take it out and function test it. I'll get that on video and see what y'all think. And I may have to tweak it some more, like grind down those pins or something like that. Just, I don't know, the trigger's in there and it's tight-ish, but it probably could be tighter. And I think my receiver is just a little narrow. So we'll figure it out. All right, thanks for watching.